Welcome again, everyone. I'm happy you guys showed up. I want to get right into the most common lies in the trading industry. Let's start with the lies that traders love to post online. The wins, the payouts, the luxury lifestyle, but never the blown accounts, the drawdown, or the anxiety behind the screen. Let me show you exactly what I'm referring to and not the highlight reels. So when you stay up for London session and you don't see a setup, so now you're at the point where you choose between do you sleep in for 2 to 3 hours and risk missing New York because there's a chance that you might not wake up for New York session, or do you push through exhaustion and trade half blind, staying up for New York session? Every trader, I'm sure, has been there before. Not exactly spoken about though. Watching price respect your levels perfectly in London, but you didn't take it before your confirmation. Um, Let me refresh that or rephrase that. So watching price respect your levels perfectly in London session, but you didn't take it because your confirmation, you think it wasn't clean enough. And now you have to mentally reset before New York without letting FOMO control your next bias. This part is in trading is invisible online. Next would be when your bias has not changed, but the market has not given you a setup in 2 sessions straight. So now you're fighting the urge to force something because you don't want to waste a whole trading day. This is where most traders give in and fail. Lack of patience, FOMO, fear of missing out. When your sleep schedule is completely destroyed because you're trying to build consistency across sessions, but your body wants day hours and your strategy wants night hours. Nobody admits how much this affects performance. Another lie in the industry is I never lose. Just think about how many people who have said I never lose trades or I have a 100% win rate. If someone says they never lose, run. Losses are part of the job. Even billion-dollar hedge fund managers lose every single week. The difference is though that they manage the losses accordingly, appropriately, not pretend that they don't exist. If that was the case, there wouldn't be books of traders like hedge fund managers that are multi-billionaires and breaking down their risk management systems and being able to, as a retail trader, apply it to your system. If that was the case, these people wouldn't be in books. I'm telling you for sure. Also, saying I never lose in trading is when most of your high school that's just like saying if you've said I never lose in trading is like your high school friend saying I could have gone pro if I wanted to. Like, yeah, okay, pal. That's like a gambler saying the casino always lets him win. Brother, no. In the book in the Mark Douglas book, The Disciplined Trader, he talks about how casinos, right? We all know a blackjack trader who has maybe turned $100 into $1,000. If this was the case, we wouldn't have these people that we can think of off the top of our head who's turned maybe 100 into 200 or 100 into 500 or 100 into $1,000. There wouldn't be people that we can like talk to and actually have a maybe a family relationship with or friendship with. These people wouldn't exist, right? If casinos didn't have people who lose and also win. Like I'm not gonna say happy medium because we all know that more than 50% of people who gamble are losing their money. But all I'm saying is there's never gonna be a person that only wins 100% of the time. Likewise, there's not a person who always takes L's 100% of the time because there always is gonna be that um link or missing piece, missing part of the puzzle where your risk to reward is potentially going to be in your favor. And as a trader, you always want to make sure that your risk to reward is in favor way more in favor than if you were to lose. So just keep that in mind. Another lie is you don't need risk management. That is a complete lie. Most traders only talk about risk like it's optional. It's not optional, it's legit. The only reason real traders survive is because of risk management. If risk management had no value, then why are there books like Market Wizards, for instance? They're in there, trust me. If you've read Market Wizards, you know what I'm talking about. Also, tell that to Floyd Mayweather. He's always used, his slips, his rolls, and he's also used his Philly shells, right? His Philly shells. I'm still learning it, but I'm getting there in his boxing career. Um, Another thing would be just copy my signals and you'll get rich, bro. Signals without understanding is financial babysitting. You can copy someone's trade, but you can't copy their discipline, their psychology, or the thousands of hours they spent charting. That's why most people lose even when copying a profitable trader. Also, there's other things that you have to take into account, like time equity, dealing with losses and winners, coping with the losing streak that goes on for weeks, and learning how to recover from it in only one trade. Also, being patient. There's something called mental real estate. If you've ever looked up mental real estate, you'll know that it refers to the valuable cognitive space in your mind, which can be occupied by thoughts, worries, ideas, and responsibilities, much like physical property. Mental real estate is, it's like a mental storage unit that holds your L's, your wins, and all of the lessons you've learned from your L's and your winners. So just keep that in mind. Another lie would be this model is the secret, bro. ICT, SMC, ICC, all of these are good. They're great models. I've seen all of them. Set and forget, I've seen everything. People act like learning a pattern turns you into a millionaire overnight. No context, timing, risk, and execution. No matter, like, it just doesn't, like, you want to make sure that you're also investing um your own ideas, your own critical thinking, because a model without critical thinking is just coloring inside of the lines. Another thing would be everyone online is profitable, bro. Most of the loudest traders aren't profitable, but they know how to post, edit, and market themselves. The real profitable traders, they're usually quieter because they're actually trading. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the Discord. All right. But here's the truth. I'm not perfect and I don't pretend to be perfect. I do show drawdowns. I do show rule breaches. I show the losses with the same energy as the wins. If you want someone who keeps it real, subscribe to this channel. If you want a fantasy, Instagram has plenty of that for you. Furthermore, I've sent out the weekly bias breakdowns. The link to my free Discord is in the description. I'll see you guys on the other side.